And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guy.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. And it is another interception. Just a terrible strike. Making side adjustments here. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes a connection. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. He has been open all day, and the key to making him a Trojan legend is to just feed him the ball.
And the key to every USC team is finding the playmakers, giving them the football, giving them a chance. If they're covered, they're open. If it's man, they're open. If it's zone, they're open. You feed those star wide receivers.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw on first down. He fires to the left side. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think a lot of people were curious what the strategy would be tied this late in the game with this field position. Do you play it safe? Do you play it for OT? I think you just got the answer right there. This coaching staff believes in this quarterback to make the throws to put their offense in position to win this game late.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
He's got it down the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Back to pass, it's Maiava. Going back to the well, another deep ball. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Touchdown, Trojans! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing off.
The extra. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating.
And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return, as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Tigers offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right?
Back to throw, it's Maiava. Pocket breaking down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Nowhere close on that one, as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Under fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Lemon. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Got it in the middle. It's Struggle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mayava. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run.
Yeah, and
welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start. drive at their own 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I love the offense coming out, being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
Runs through the tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Well, this is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Here's a heat. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation to be the best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Trojans want to crank the tempo.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This offense is being aggressive, and they keep going back to the same guy. We're early in the game in the first quarter. This guy's already scored a touchdown, so if I'm a quarterback, keep trying to get him the football. He's winning his matchups one-on-one. Nice job by the defense on that play, but don't lose focus if you're the QB here. Keep trying to find your big-time playmaker.
They're setting up the screen. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Johnson wants to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. A run for the quarterback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Here comes the offense on second down. Johnson looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks now back into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Kansas State. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He calls for the fair catch. Takes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Hits the crease. There he goes. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, USC!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Lost the defense is wide open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up. Just
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Brown. And tackled there by the defense. Kansas State pushing the pace. Johnson wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Oakley. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Touchdown, Wildcats! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Fair catch, called for and made. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Lyons.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Going up top. Got it in stride inside the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force third and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Pulls it in, it's Brown. Crosses the 35. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. With the catch, it's Brown. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four down territory. The offense still on the field. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback may change this route. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Military stop. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Edwards. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. They'll run the screen. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top.
Ready to capitalize on this momentum.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that, move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Trojans headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna sling it on second down. That's caught. It's Sanders. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Complete downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Defense looks like they're coming. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Going deep. He's got it on the left. Off and running. Touchdown, Kansas State. And the route is on.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got it behind the line. It's Sanders. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40. Great place to start for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Brown. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Touchdown, Wildcats! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll call for the fair catch here. up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one. Got his man to the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Off the play fake. Going downfield for the big play. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches...
Hits him in stride at the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The deficit is huge, this one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. He rifles one deep to the left. And he's got it at the 20. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kick them in the face?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has them setting up shop from there.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort.
Looking for a deep man. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Southern Cal! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitz that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They'll give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. He'll take it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't. Welcome to the home of the USC Trojans the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see the number 25 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Red Raiders will put total leather to... Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Changing the play. Dropping back, it's Mayava. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Quick release on the RPO. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They're looking to throw on second and short. And the quarterback will be slowed down back to the 43.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense, you're thinking second and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot, and then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in third and long, and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this. We're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his back in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I like the call. You're so close to midfield. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world.
Do you like that they kept it on the ground and not just because it was successful?
Yeah, I think a lot of coaches tend to overthink it, and I just think you keep it on the ground, keep it simple, something you've been running since day one, and you know in short yardage.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way, and they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Makes a grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. And the Trojans in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Bringing the heat. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Catch in the middle. It's Lemon. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Trojans have their offense in high gear. They want to throw it. Looking for the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to... No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a huge play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it with second down coming.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Trying play action. Throwing right. He's got an open man. Turning it on. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. To the air, it's Levitt. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Udo. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll try to run it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He picks it up, still on his feet. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Scanning the field, it's Levin. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The short hands, it's Udo. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Trojans! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fair catch called for and made. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Levin. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Tyson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback.
Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Southern Cal! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Levin. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Lost a throw. He's working against the clock. Throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. With the catch, it's Sanders. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Brings it down on the right side. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He's not afraid to go deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Under fire. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And the Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking left. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes. Almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Sun Devils. A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. And wings it incomplete.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. Two-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the third.
Great job jumping on that ball.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off play action on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Kept it, and he's past the marker. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Now, don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Pulls it in down the sideline. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Under fire. Steps away. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Got his man quickly. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Sun Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Here's a heat. Got some room headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lyons. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. there to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on second and long. They just keep firing. Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On third down, going up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, USC! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.